What up, my big beautiful BBs? It's Meghan Tonjes. You're watching People Keep Talking, the show where I talk about news and trends throughout the week. I figured today we would take it down a few notches. I don't know if this is ASMR or if this is talk radio, but all I know is that you're getting all of this voice. Listen, it's never a joy to talk about the Kardashians, but it's what you guys click on, so we're going to talk about it. So quick brush up history lesson for those of you who value and respect your lives. We got Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. Khloe and Tristan dating, have a baby. Tristan has a fetish for cheating on pregnant women. So recently it was reported that they were breaking up again, and this time because of one of Kylie's friends, Jordyn Woods. For some reason last week that name got thrown in there and the internet decided to just lose its absolute fucking mind. And let me stop and say that I had a moment. There was a moment where someone shared a meme of Jordyn, and it also had the guy from Fyre Festival who talked about sucking dick for water, as you do on the Lord's Day. And I chuckled and I retweeted it. And then immediately I realized that everyone that would be a part of this scandal, including Khloe Kardashian and Jordyn Woods, was tagged in the post. And I immediately unretweeted it. Because here's the thing, I'm all for the jollies, I'm all for the jokes, but I was reminded that, oh my God, these are people. I mean, some of these are people. No, but in all seriousness, it reminded me of the fact that, like, it's one thing to laugh or to tell a joke, but we don't have to tag everyone. Social media is one of the greatest and worst places that has ever existed, ever. People take it really far. People take it incredibly far, and they forget that they are saying things that they wouldn't normally say to a person to their face, and that's where we start getting in trouble, because what happens is everyone thinks it's their place to jump into someone's mentions and just like want to fight with them over, like, you would almost think that Jordyn fucked everyone's man. Yeah, I highly encourage having those moments where you realize, like, if I'm saying things that I wouldn't say to a person to their face, then either I need to shut the fuck up or maybe stop being such a coward in real life. These are just thoughts that I have. So the internet is doing what the internet does, which is just trying desperately to make a point, but not succeeding without being completely slut-shaming and racist. We can all individually feel however we want, and let's be real, a lot of us feel the way we do based on relationships that we've had and breakups that we've had and things that we didn't say that we wish we had said and things that we felt that we didn't tell anyone we felt, and that's where a lot of this anger online comes from. It's a projection of you not living your best life. All of a sudden I see a red table talk going up with Jordyn Woods. I clicked into that shit so fast. Holy God bless. This is not important to the story, but I just feel this needs to be said. Jordyn Woods is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. I don't know who the makeup artist was. I don't know what we're doing for skincare, but an angel appeared. I can't even say her name. I'm getting flustered. I didn't even know who she was. This whole episode starts off with not only informing us that Jordyn Woods is much more than just a friend of Kylie Jenner, but hey, this is a 21-year-old who has yet to share their side of the story and has yet to respond to any of the stuff that's coming their way online, which the internet is messy. And so when I see someone who isn't going off without thinking, Khloe Kardashian, I think, wow, either we have great PR and we know how to listen, or I think, wow, this is someone that actually was shocked by what happened and hurt by it, and so they're not going online to see the trash fire. There are a few things from this interview that I need to point out. So according to Jordyn Woods, she was out drinking with friends. They ended up going to an after party. That after party was at Tristan's house. She was sitting on a chair next to him with her legs over him. When she went to leave in the morning and people were still there, Tristan kissed her. I have a few things I found interesting about this story, and I'm just gonna put them out there as the Scorpio that I am. Number one, Jordyn referred to Tristan as Khloe's ex while she was telling the story about what happened like last week, which to me signifies that whatever was going on between Khloe and Tristan was not as solidified, at least from what he is telling people at said party. Now, do I think that I would be hanging out at the house and next to someone who was like repeatedly cheating on my friend's sister and who I imagine that family has endlessly talked shit about? Probably not, just to avoid this, like, as I'm sure paparazzi and Hollywood and all that is focusing a little too much on. Probably not. Though I also differ from a lot of people's opinions about like who's allowed to be with who after you dated them. I don't ascribe to this girl code like, oh, I touched touch this person once and so they're mine for forever, even though we don't work and I'm not going to be with them. So I guess they just live in limbo now, even though the person that could be with them and that actually is really perfect for them might just happen to be someone I know. But none of us are able to be emotionally mature enough to have those conversations. And that's because a lot of us think love is ownership. That's a different video for a different day. Another interesting thing is that when Jordyn talks about the morning after, when all of a sudden she's talking to Kylie and Khloe and they're asking her what happened the night before, these are things that we do when we don't trust the person that we're with, or we are not technically with the person that we want to be with, and we want to know what they're doing so that we can continue to be mad about it and continue to suffer because we think that's what family is, and we think that that is what you sacrifice when you love someone. And I'm here to tell you it is the fuck not. But directly after this interview, for Khloe Kardashian then to go on Twitter and say that Jordyn is the reason her family is broken up, I understand why you think you're still in a relationship. That is delusion. Your relationship is not over because a 21-year-old kissed, fucked, sucked, did whatever with your current boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, father of your child, whoever he currently is to you, and or whoever he currently is when he's speaking out loud to other people. You can't cobblestone a relationship together and hope that it just stays. I have very close proximity to the pain that happens when someone cheats and when that involves family. And so I whenever someone goes through this, there is a part of me that really empathizes because it is a betrayal that is deserving of a reaction of pain. People who are in pain, and rightfully so, should be able to express that pain. But the problem comes in when we can't distinguish between what is real and what we want to believe. You have to look at people's patterns. You have to look at their patterns and what they are willing to do when they know the public is watching. Not only do you need to believe people when they tell you who they are, you need to believe people when they show you who they are. I don't know anything about their relationship. I don't know what kind of therapy was involved. I don't know what the boundaries then became, but clearly we have someone who's too immature to be in a relationship that has the boundaries of, not putting your dick in everything. Don't use your kid as the reason why you are in a codependent, toxic, and or abusive relationship. I promise you that every child who just desperately wants their parents to stay together because they just want to feel normal and a part of something are all adults now who wish their mom would have left. Are all adults now that wish that their parents had been adult enough to say, you know what, we did this great thing and we can co-parent and we can coexist, but we don't have to keep railing against each other or forcing each other to be people that we aren't because once upon a time we thought it would work. So to see Khloe tweet all that out and then within 24 hours kind of backtrack and say, I was deceived and I felt this because it was like a sister, but Tristan is the reason why my family is broken up. And I think that was more PR than anything else because I don't think the Kardashians expected that backlash from people that were watching Red Table Talk. Them and all of their friends thought they were just going to subtweet. I mean, we've seen the Kardashians do this with Amber Rose, with Blac Chyna, and we've also watched the Kardashians do exactly the thing that they're upset about, which is cheat with and date and marry men who are already in relationships. Not to excuse anything that happens to them. And it's not like you cheat on someone and so magically the universe is like, you will be cheated on. I think these are moments to reconcile who we've been and the things that we've done and how we hurt people without understanding the depths of it. And now you understand the depths of it. So if anything, this is a chance to get rid of men who may be a great father but are not going to be a great boyfriend, and understand that just because we decide we love someone doesn't mean that they're not going to be exactly who they are and who they've always been. Doesn't matter, baby girl, what we want. Doesn't matter what our vision is of our life. All you have is you. That is the only thing and the only person you can control. At some point, you have to grab yourself out of it because there is nothing in these men that is not in you. Everyone in this scenario needs therapy. Everyone in this scenario needs to take a long fucking walk and think about the choices they make. We all need to get better PR. It is never the other person that makes someone do something. I stand by this. The people in a relationship are the people in a relationship, and not to discount that people might be trying to sleep with whoever or seduce whoever, whatever that is, but if as individuals and as a couple, you don't know how to communicate with each other and to the people around you of what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, and remove yourself or them from your lives before it even gets to this point, then both of you are not in the same fucking relationship. And if any of you are over here trying to get so-and-so to not be friends with so-and-so because you feel jealous or you feel upset, jealousy is an emotion. That doesn't make it a good emotion. And just because you feel something does not make it fact. So we all need to be checking in with ourselves and what systems we're replicating from our family and from past relationships and the pressures that we're bringing. We have to constantly be checking in with ourselves and constantly checking in with the person that we're with, and also understand that you can do all of those things and it can still fucking end. Making that choice, if it's to stay with someone, does not mean that they just get to do whatever they want to you because you chose that. But what it does mean is that now you are able to better see what you're in or what it can get to. So don't get back into relationships if you can't forgive someone, and don't get back into relationships with people that aren't willing to do the work to be forgiven and or to not be trash. I highly encourage everyone to stay single in 2019. Do you agree, or do you want to get blocked? You can find me Meghan Tonjes on most things. Also, let me know, do you want me to do more sexy voice Tonjes? Say hi to your grandmas for me, because I got places to go. I got people to touch. I like your faces very much, and I will see you soon. Bye.